we're here for the third match in League, first match of this video. Can't really keep the 5-lander, so this is an easy mulligan. Seems fine. Put back Raucous Theater and try to rock and roll, so to speak. 12 points of burn. Probably lead on Boomp in the Night. Okay, so sure. Don't really like taking on a Ragavan, but at the same time, that Ragavan can easily draw off our deck, so looks like we are up against a variant perhaps of Izzet Murktide. So Swift Spear, good chance to seek to counterspell. Spell Pierce. Study D. So it looks like we're actually might be up against Zoo, maybe? They fetch a Triumph when we're up against Zoo. Yep. Okay, so Scion. They have another Stubborn Denial. More power to them, I guess. Hopefully they don't find a Flage. Okay, so they are the they're on the Flage consign build. One of Monkey likes to show up at the most fun of times. Sure. Hold on to this in case we find either Blaze or don't see our opponent ever popping that last land. Flage is about the worst case scenario here. last card, Bolt. All right. Purchase fine. Door is mixed. Serum Blaze might be fine. Card am I not interested in these matchups? These are more modal. They hit Flage out of the yard. They hit Scion. I think on the play we just don't bother with the Rakdos Charms. Six lander, sure. This hand is less than ideal, but I think on 6 we keep it, put back the Vine Lasher. Yep. Good chance they just play Scion next turn and then we die. Nope, just monkey. Let's see if they main phase that. Really should main phase the consign or the leyline binding in case we have a land. Mm-hmm. All the cards in the hands consign. Yep. This was a difficult matchup overall, period. So, alright, matchup 2 for the video, and matchup 4 in the league. Seems fine. We get to kind of see Vine Lasher a little bit. Let's play Vine Lasher on 1, Vine Lasher into fetch land. So, there's a hand where these Vine Lashers are going to be good. It's going to be this one, obviously, depending on what our opponent's on, but. Okay, so hollow one. Play this. It goes to 8, pass turn. Okay. That was kind of dumb, but. Sequencing was poor on this one, but. No recent finishes with Breakout in the deck. So String Blaze is probably fine. Probably has a whole use for Skull Crack in this matchup. Got a Rakdos on the draw. Can't keep the one-lander. Can't keep the no-lander. This hand is fine. Alright, well, let's at least make them burn the mana if they have the Fatal Push or Bolt. If they have Bolt, Goblin God will at least have done 3 damage. Well, an additional 2 at least. I don't like playing into open mana, but there's also no guarantee their opponent has a removal spell here either, so. As long as they're tanking, it does seem like they do. Okay. Not sure why I don't fetch in response to this nonsense, but... Breakout, sure. Rakdos Charm. Cool. Doesn't do anything. Another breakout. Okay. So it feels like they are Death Shadow or Jund Death Shadow with Breakout. Because I don't think there's going to be any hollow ones in these lists. Feels like their creature base is like Nethergoyf, Tarmogoyf, DRC, Ragavan, possibly Death Shadow. All right. Lizard, no. Firecraft, no. Monorain, no. Skullcrack, no. Smash, no. Rain of Gore, no. Alright, I'll try it. Don't understand cycling that end step, but sure. Sure. FOMO. Alright, well. Nice to pick up the win there. Alright, match 3 of the video, match 5 of the league. Can't keep the 4-lander. I think it just comes down to which land do you want to keep here. I think we put back the mountain, keep the fetch land. Oh, okay, well, Bogles. Bogles confirmed. At least a variant of it. Yep. Daybreak Cornet. So really just mono white Bogles. Use Skullcrack to keep ourselves alive. By alive, I mean I'm not gaining life. Sure. Not sure why our opponent was surprised there, but okay. Snaring Bridge comes in. Could potentially bring in the Rain of Gores. So Rain of Gore does not stop life gain. So wonder how many 6-land, 1-spell cards we've had this game, or this league. Sure feels like a lot. Mulligan. Sounds alright. Can't imagine our opponent just playing a naked Light Pause or Shram. Okay, our opponent conceded. You know, I wish we could take a lot away from this league. Some of our draws were a little bit awkward. We mulliganed quite a bit. Played against Zoo and lost, and then we played against 2 non-tier decks in Mono White Bogles and Jund Breakthrough, Tarmogoyfs and Company, Jund Delirium, whatever you want to call it. I do like the lower to the ground feel. I don't think this is quite the right sideboard, but you know, when you're still playing in a Gruul Breach or Teamer Breach, etc. meta, you have some weird cards in your sideboard. The 1-ofs are fine. You know, there's been a lot of times we've ended up playing like 1-ofs or 2-ofs, like Ragavan and Snaring Bridge. You know, every once in a while those cards pop up and you're like, yeah, that's pretty cool feeling. Bridge is one of those cards. It can certainly help in some just random situations, but it's not a be-all, end-all. You know, even against, like, say, Black-White, a deck you probably want it against. They have so many XL effects, whether it be, well, I guess I can't technically prismatic any, but like March, Flicker Wisp for a turn, Felia. You can certainly buy you time, and you know, can buy you time potentially against Boros. Rakdos Charm's another card that just, it has a lot of modes to it, but its effectiveness is questionable. Rain of Gore, I mean, it helps, I guess. You know, against Boros in theory, but I think You know, the fact it doesn't stop lifelink, it does obviously stop the triggers from Flage and Goddess Souls, which isn't terrible, but I'm not sure this is the answer. Molten Rain, I mean, it's a little slow against Eldrazi for what we're trying to do, but as a one-of, I suppose fine. Same thing with Firecraft. You know, and the rest of these, you know, they're just kind of normal burn cards, so I definitely like the lower to the ground thing. I don't know how much, what's the best approach, but yeah, deck is fine. I still think when it comes to the top dogs, we're definitely a dog, other than maybe Eldrazi, and yeah, just continue to go out there burning and keep iterating on things. So hopefully someone will find a list at some point that is consistently good rather than just hit or miss burn gets hot and a couple people pick it up and play it again, then they realize that looking at the top matchups, it's still not a great deck in the current meta. So anyways, as always, if you like burn content, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Hope to see you for our next video.